All right, well, hey folks, it's Coach Aldrin from Just Work Fitness, and today we're going to be doing a 20-minute gentle follow-along workout for seniors, which is going to use minimal equipment. It's going to have some resistance bands and a stool and a chair, and this workout is specifically intended for those that are just new into getting into full body resistance type training, and perhaps you are looking at getting into resistance training. However, you wanted to build up a strong foundation first. Perhaps you've been diagnosed with osteopenia or osteoporosis, and you know that resistance training is supposed to help slow down the loss of muscle loss and bone mineral density. So before beginning any exercise program, please make sure that you have been cleared by your medical practitioner, all right? So safety first. All right, so today's workout is going to have 5 different exercises, but a couple of them are going to be what we call supersets, where we're going to be doing 2 different muscle groups at the same time. We're going to do those 5, and then we're going to take a quick break and then go right back into it for 2 cycles. Should take about 20 minutes. So I'm just going to set my timer here, and we're going to get going, have some water, and take breaks when you need them. Of course, you know your body best. And if you don't have these pieces of equipment, of course, you can purchase them. They're not very expensive. I will put a link down in the description. I ordered these online if you want to support the channel, and that would be greatly appreciated. However, this is, as I said, video 8 in a series of 8 videos that you can follow. My suggestion is if you could do 2 or 3 a week, and then the plan is to upload more videos that use other types of devices, other resistance tubing and dumbbells and whatnot. Okay, without further ado, let's get going with a little warm-up. So we're going to be just marching in place here just to warm up the muscles, warm up the heart, get the heart pumping the blood, because of course as we start to work we need the blood to be pumping to our muscles and getting the oxygen and all those good things. So anyway, how you doing? All right, the fact that you've stopped here and turned on and pressed play, I appreciate that. Good for you. As I said, resistance training is one of the best things we can do as we age. There's been a lot of information coming out around the importance of resistance training for all individuals, but especially as we get older and as we tend to lose lean muscle mass and bone mineral density. We're going to be here for about 15 more seconds. We're just marching in place, and we're just going to warm up the legs, and we're going to go to arm circles now. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, so, and of course, small circles forward. I'm going to get slightly bigger. You know your body. Exercise should not cause pain. You have to work within your limitations. Some of you may have joint replacements and other issues with your joints, so please take it easy. All right, so let's go backwards. And as I said, today's workout is going to be full body. It's low impact. However, we're going to try and work the big muscles with doing compound moves, some accessory moves. Compound moves are those multi-muscle moves that are using multi-joint, and we're getting the whole body working. All right, we're going to be here for 10 more seconds, and then we're going to do a 3-way step, and I'll demonstrate that. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you want to, you can hold on to a stool or a chair. So the 3-way step, we're going to basically, if 12 o'clock is moving straight ahead, all right, at the face of the clock, we're going to take the left leg, step forward, step directly to the left side, and then step directly back. We'll stay on the left leg, forward, to the side. Stay nice and soft with the knees. This is helping work our balance. Not only is it working on the flexibility and musculature, but it's also working on balance, because there's a moment where I'm just standing on one foot. And if this is too much, then of course, go to one leg. All right, so now, moving over, we're going to do the other leg, right leg. And go at your own pace. Step to the right, step behind. Good. Forward. Step to the side, step behind. Forward. Step to the side, step behind, and one more time, forward, step to the side, step behind. Very good. So remove the stool apart. Let's just open up our chest here. Arms to the side as far as you can go comfortably. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming in. Exhale. Inhale. Now, because this is video number 8, I've tried to make them increasingly a little bit more challenging each time. Perhaps they're not. You might be finding these fairly easy. And that's fine. Leave some comments so I know what videos to create next. I think it would be great if we could all go to personal trainers and have our routines created by them so they can monitor our form. Or we could go to a gym facility where we have access to machines and all sorts of things, but that's not always feasible for every one of us, right? So if you're joining from home, good for you, because doing something is going to be better than doing nothing, because you want to maintain your independence. All right, so now we're going to reach forward and reach up. Here we go. Reach forward to me, reach up, but we're not going to be bending forward. Just reach with your arms and reach up, okay? Maintaining our independence is the name of the game as we age. It's all fine, you know, when we are in our 20s and 30s and 40s, all right? And things start to slow down a little bit more in our 50s and 60s, but they don't have to. You have to believe that you can absolutely improve your health and your fitness in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, absolutely. Here we go. All right. So that was the little warm-up. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit warm. So the first exercise, and this is why you do need a stool for this, is called a touchdown or a step down squat. So we're going to stand with the right foot firmly in the center of the stool, and I'm here. And now all I'm going to do is, and this seems like a fairly easy movement, is we're going to touch the heel of the left foot down and come up. 1, 2, and we're going to control it. 2, 3, 4. And you could hold on for support. Keep your chest up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Control the movement coming down. 9, one more. 10. Okay, now when you do that, you're going to be thinking about pushing the hips back and dropping straight down, all right? So we're here now. Right foot is firmly planted on the stool. We're going to touch with our heel. Come on up. 1, 2, push back. 3, 4, 5. Exhale on the way up. 6, good. 7, nice proud chest. 9, and 10. All right. So that's called a touchdown. Well, there's all different names for that, but that's just step down. And if you think about it, what's the purpose? So when we're climbing upstairs, imagine if this was a step. When we put our upper foot on the step, what do we need to do? Well, guess what? Our weight needs to be supported by that foot, and we step up like this. So step-ups are very, very important. Of course, working the legs to help with climbing stairs, getting over curbs, all these things. The purpose of doing these is to help us be functional so we can live our lives and do the things we need to do. All right, moving to the upper body now, we're going to grab a band. So the yellow is the lightest, the red, and then the green is the, I think the strongest band in this bunch. So equal distance, we're going to grab it in our palms like this. We're going to do 2 moves here. We're going to do an overhead punch to start diagonally. So my right arm is going to punch up and to the left, and then I'm going to punch my left arm up and to the right. So here we go. Inhale. Here we go. Punch up. That's it. We don't need to twist our hips. We don't need to turn our body too much. Okay. I think that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here we go. Now, we're going to bring our wrists just above our ears and bring our elbows up like this. We're going to do a tricep extension. Keeping our elbows there, we're going to punch our hands to the sky, just like that. Elbows stay there, wrist drop back to just above our ears. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 9. Exhale on the exertion face. 10. Let's see, 2 more. 11. 12. There you go. So that's going to work our triceps, and it's also going to work our shoulders. Now, we're going to go back to the lower body. We're going to do a side step or a lateral shuffle. So, with the band under both feet, all right, I'm going to move over to the left-hand part. For me, anyways, you're right. So I'm here holding the band, keeping them at my hip. I'm going to walk 5 steps to the left, to the right, rather, your left. All right, and then walk back. But I want to maintain tension. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now going back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 20. Okay. So that's working the muscles of the outside of the leg. So legs are so important. When we think about fall risk and preventing falls and being able to catch ourselves, if you think about any time you've slipped, I'm for sure you've had a slip, or heaven forbid, you've had a fall. Your legs have to move very quickly to try and brace yourself, as well as your arms to try and break that fall. So that's why we are working the legs so much. So the next one, we're going to do another superset, which is 2 exercises. We're going to do a lateral raise. So standing fairly narrow, I'm going to raise the arms this way, laterally out to the side, maybe slightly in front. So gripping that band. And then with my elbows tucked against the side, I'm going to do a bicep curl. That's 1. So here we go. Let's see if we can do 10 of those combinations. Here we go. Exhale on the exertion. 1. Okay, here we go. To the side. 2. To the side. 3. To the side. 4. To the side. 5. To the side. Good. 6. 4 more. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. There you go. So that's working our shoulders. And it's also going to be working our biceps. All right. So now the next one is a core move. I'm going to show you 2 variations of this, but it requires you to get onto the ground and be in this kind of bear crawl position, but we're not crawling, we're just holding. So gently, you can use the stool or the chair for support to get down. And some of you can't get onto your knees because you've had surgery or whatnot. So I'm going to show you a different variation. So, and we're going to try and hold this for 30 seconds. So we're going to come up into this bear position. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are all lined up. And then what I'm going to do is go up onto my toes and my knees come off the ground. And I'm here. And you're just holding. And count in your head for a count, 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 25, see if you can get to 30. We're just holding, brace the core. Now, if that's hard for you, what we're going to do is we're going to sit in the chair, nice and upright, chest is proud, my right arm is up. I'm going to bring my left arm up. Now I'm going to bring my right elbow to my right knee. It looks like this. And then right knee to left elbow. So this is the alternative. And they don't have to touch. You're just trying to bring them together, all right? So you can do that for 15 or 20 seconds. And those of you that are in the bear hold, pause. All right, let's stop. That was round number 1. How you doing? You good? Grab a little bit of water. We're going to go back. We're going to start with our touchdown or step down squat. And I'll do it from the side so you can see kind of what's happening from the side. So here's my stool. All right. My foot is firmly planted in the center here. And I want to think about pushing my hips back. Yes, I realize that my knee is now over the front of my foot. And you might have heard, oh, it's not a good idea to have your knees over your toes. Well, that's not entirely true if you think about it. Do an experiment for me. The next time you're walking upstairs, just look at your front knee when you step up and see where your knee is in relation to the front of your foot. It's pretty awkward to not get up that step as we lean forward without our knee going in front of our toes, all right? So you just want to limit that necessarily, but it happens all the time. So here we go. So hips go back, we touch and come up. Chest is proud. Notice I'm not hinging. 3, I'm not making my chest go to the floor. I'm trying to keep it vertical as much as possible. 6, 7, and you can use the stool for support. 8, good. 9, 10. This one looks fairly simplistic, but you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed, all right? And as I said, this is the 8th video, so if you're new and this is the first one you're watching, might I suggest you check out the first video, all right, which I'll link somewhere up here. All right, here we go. Other side. So, step down. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, there we go. Okay, leaving the legs. How you feeling? Gently shake that out. Okay. Doing the upper body now. We're going to do the diagonal kind of overhead press. Punch the sky, and then we're going to do 16 of those, and then we're going to go right to tricep extensions. Here we go. Punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go at your own pace. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, here we go. Right into tricep extensions. The elbows come up here. My wrists are just above my ears. And we're going to go straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. There we go. Leaving the arms alone, we're going to do our side shuffle or lateral shuffle. So stand somewhat in the middle of the band so you have equal distance on both sides. And you're going to grip onto the band this way. I'm going to start over here. We're going to do 20 of these. Starting here. Keep those knees out. Rotate out. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the wrists right at the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There you go. It's amazing what you can do with just a set of bands and your body weight. So we're going to do standing on that band again. Squeezing onto it, we're going to do the lateral raise right into a bicep curl. Here we go. Lateral raise, bicep curl. 1. Lateral raise, bicep curl. Think about the arms coming straight like you're a bird flapping your wings. That's 3, 4, woo, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's 8, 9. Last one, 10. Now, you could choose to go through this cycle a third time if you want. Fourth time, sure. Take it easy though. That's bringing us to our last exercise. I said this is going to be 20 minutes, so with all the gabbing I've been doing and the rest and whatnot, it's going to be 20 minutes. The last move is going to be that kind of that bear crawl, but we're not crawling. We're just going to hold it, and this is going to work our core, and it's going to work, of course, just supporting ourselves in that push-up position. If this is too much, you can do the alternate version from the chair, where you're doing the opposite elbow to the elbow to the opposite knee. All right, so here we go. We're going to hold for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the knees are just hovering about 2 inches, 5 centimeters for my metric friends, above the ground. Shoulders are stacked over the elbows, over the wrists. And just breathe. That's it. We're holding. Trying to look at my timer. Can't see my watch very well. It's very likely we're going to go over 30 seconds because I can't see my timer. And here we go. 3, 2, come down gently. All right. So, very important to be able to get up and down off the floor. So getting back up now, use that chair for support. One leg. Now, putting the weight into the foot, like your foot is a tripod, big toe, little toe, and your heel. Push up. Use the chair for support. Push with that back toe and stand up. All right. So here we go. Breathe in. We're going to do a quick little cool down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Let's open up. Give yourself a hug. Open up. Give yourself a hug. Open up. Give yourself a hug. All right, now what we're going to do, put that left heel on the ground, slight knee flex here, and we're just going to think about the chest coming forward, reach towards the screen. Breathe. Breathe. Right leg comes forward on that heel of the foot. Now, we're not hinging to look at the ground. We're hinging to look right at the screen and push your fingertips forward. All right, here we go. All right, and come on back. All right, that brings us to the end, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. As I said again, these workouts could be done 2 or 3 times a week as you build up the foundation to move to more challenging things, okay? So please leave some comments. What other types of workouts would you like to see? Definitely passionate about training older adults. So in the new year, I'll be starting up an in-person class in the town that I live. And these folks are 65 to 75 years old, and those are the folks that I want to work with, all right? So thank you for joining me again. And as always, be awesome.